The opening scene introduces Detective Tom napping on his couch. As he wakes up, he goes to his window and notices some thieves attempting to steal a car. Without hesitation, Tom rushes outside to confront them. He warns them to leave, but they ignore him, prompting a violent confrontation. He brutally thrashes the robbers and warns them that if he ever catches them again, he will not hesitate to kill them. Tom leaves the scene, but the next day, reports surface that he severely beat up a few young men who were supposedly innocent. The media launches a frenzy, criticizing him and his entire police unit. Concerned for Tom, the department sends him to a counselor, but he behaves rudely, even smoking in front of the therapist. When the counselor intervenes, Tom threatens him before storming out and returning to the station. At the station, we meet Elizabeth, a constable visiting Tom. She explains that she had been working undercover for a long assignment. During her mission against a drug syndicate, she had to consume drugs to gain the gang's trust. Afterward, she developed an addiction, underwent rehabilitation, but failed her sergeant exam upon returning. She now serves as a constable. Tom attempts to comfort her, but she appears deeply troubled. Tom then visits Bruce Roberts, a chief inspector and his colleague. Bruce's wife has just passed away, and as they see her body together, Bruce becomes overwhelmed with grief. Tom takes him to a bar to console him, managing to lift his spirits slightly. The scene shifts to a female officer walking down the street. Suddenly, a hooded man steps in front of her and shoots her. When Tom learns of this, he rushes to the scene. Colleagues ask about Bruce, but Tom explains he is still mourning his wife and will not return to work immediately. The department appoints a temporary inspector, Porter Nash, to handle the investigation. Porter faces resistance from the team, partly because rumors suggest he is gay, and many officers dislike working under him. Despite this, a senior officer makes it clear they have no choice. Surprisingly, Porter finds an unexpected ally in the hot-headed, rough-around-the-edges sergeant. Tom, known for his history of violent encounters. During the investigation, Elizabeth is visited by a young gang member called Metal. He fears his gang may have killed someone. She promises to help, warning him that if the victim is dead, he must leave town, and if alive, he must abandon the gang. She then informs Tom, who advises her to contact Detective Inspector Craig Stokes. Craig agrees to assist if she agrees to a date with him. Meanwhile, a reporter receives a call from a man named Barry, who confesses to shooting the officer. Barry threatens further attacks on law enforcement. As he speaks, he shoots another officer and states he has 8 more targets. News of this spreads rapidly. Porter approaches Tom, questioning whether the stories about him are true. During their discussion, they learn another officer has been killed, prompting the police to begin arresting criminals across the city. Tom and Porter rely on their informants. One of them, Radner, tips them off about Barry Weiss, notorious for previously harming a police dog as practice. Visiting Barry's apartment, Tom and Porter initially find no proof of wrongdoing. Barry, however, recognizes Tom from a fight in a billiard hall a year prior. Tom taunts him before leaving with Porter, while Barry quickly hides incriminating items. Radner follows Barry and discovers the location where he stores his trophies from killings, a seemingly abandoned vehicle. This confirms Barry is the perpetrator. Meanwhile, Bruce visits a store for alcohol, realizing he is spiraling out of control. Determined, he returns to the station. Unbeknownst to him, Barry stalks Bruce, targeting him next. At home, Barry attacks Bruce. A struggle ensues, with Bruce grabbing a hammer to defend himself. Barry overpowers him, striking repeatedly until Bruce dies. Barry then loots the house, dons Bruce's uniform, and calls the reporter, declaring himself Blitz, and warning that his crimes will be publicized. Tom is shocked by Bruce's death. Barry collects his belongings, unaware he is being tailed by Tom's informant, who monitors all his actions. The informant contacts the reporter, offering evidence of Barry's crimes in exchange for $50,000. The reporter agrees. Barry, observing everything, plans his next move. In a bar, the reporter hands over the money to the informant but is then killed by Barry, who has been secretly following them. The reporter alerts the police, but the car is empty. Tom and a constable realize all of Blitz's victims are officers who previously apprehended Barry, with Elizabeth potentially next. After a date with Stokes, Elizabeth is attacked by Barry but saved by Metal, who is killed in the confrontation. Police arrive in time to prevent further harm. Tom and Porter release Barry's photo to the media, eventually leading to his capture. Lacking concrete evidence, Barry is released after 48 hours. Tom and Porter devise a plan to lure him, knowing he will seek revenge for the billiard hall incident. Barry infiltrates Bruce's funeral, disguised in uniform. Tom secretly positions himself, confronting Barry at a parking garage. Barry is overpowered and disarmed. Recognizing that legal prosecution is unlikely, Tom shoots Barry with his own gun, staging it to appear as though Barry was another Blitz victim. Porter disposes of the evidence. Afterward, Tom seeks revenge on the reporter, releasing police dogs on Dunlop for his biased coverage. Thanks for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for more recaps. Until next time, have a great day.